What if I told you that none of what you just saw is real? Not in the traditional sense anyway. These images weren't captured with a camera. They were commanded into existence. A simple text prompt: remove all people from the background. The AI understands intent, context, and composition. It rebuilds the background with pixel-perfect precision. This isn't just erasing. It's regenerating reality based on our desires. The AI isn't just looking at the pixels. It's building a deep conceptual understanding of the image's content. This is a person, this is a building, this is a reflection in the water. We are talking about enhancing reality to match our vision. This AI can analyze a photo and understand its flaws. Many of these edits, from removing objects to colorizing an entire page, happen in under a minute on consumer-grade hardware. For decades, companies like Adobe have dominated the market with powerful but complex tools. The learning curve was steep. These new AI tools are built on a different philosophy: intent. The user states their intent in natural language, and the AI figures out the complex steps to achieve it. This user-friendly approach is a direct challenge to the old guard. The future of software is conversational. This isn't some cloud service you have to pay for per image. This is running locally on your own machine. Art students can now learn about composition and color theory in a much more interactive way. They can take a famous painting and ask the AI to change its style or color palette. They can deconstruct and reconstruct masterpieces to better understand the artist's choices. It's a dynamic, hands-on learning experience that was never possible before. This will accelerate the development of the next generation of artists. The rapid iteration it allows is a game changer. You can try dozens of ideas in the time it would have taken to do one manually. Creativity thrives on experimentation, and this tool is the ultimate sandbox. Perhaps the lighting is too dark or the white balance is off. Instead of fiddling with dozens of sliders for brightness, contrast, and saturation, you can simply say, "Make this look ideal." The AI, trained on millions of professionally graded photographs, knows what ideal looks like. It performs a complex, multi-step correction automatically. By combining this understanding with a user's text prompt, it can perform targeted, complex edits that feel like magic. It's an intuitive conversation between the user and the machine. This is a paradigm shift from the complex menus and tools of traditional software. The implications for professional photographers are staggering. Imagine never having your perfect shot ruined by an unwanted element again. This is a fundamental shift in the creative workflow. Every photo you've ever taken is now a potential masterpiece. That family portrait where someone blinked. Fixed. That vacation photo with a distracting sign in the background. Gone. The power of a professional photo retoucher is now accessible to everyone. This technology empowers individual creativity on an unprecedented scale. We are all artists now, with the ultimate toolkit at our fingertips. Your imagination is the only limit. The camera is no longer the final arbiter of truth. We are standing at the edge of a new creative frontier. Imagine taking a quick snapshot of a product with your phone. Then you can instruct the AI, place this product in a professional studio setting with dramatic lighting. The AI can generate a commercial quality image from a simple source. This lowers the barrier to entry for small businesses and entrepreneurs. High-end marketing is no longer the exclusive domain of companies with massive budgets. It's a level playing field, a world where reality is pliable, editable, and ultimately generatable. This isn't science fiction. This is the new normal. For decades, a photograph was a record of the past. Today, it's merely a suggestion for the future. We're moving beyond simple filters and into full-blown, instruction-based reality synthesis, and free, open-source tools are leading the charge. Take this photograph, a beautiful landmark ruined by tourists. The old way involved hours of painstaking Photoshop work. The new way. Now consider our history, locked away in faded, cracked photographs. For years, restoration was a highly specialized, expensive art. Now AI models can analyze the damage, the cracks, the folds, the scratches. They can infer the missing information with stunning accuracy. But it doesn't stop there. With a simple command, colorize this, the AI breathes life back into the past. It understands the subtle tones of skin, the fabric of old clothing, the atmospheric conditions of the era. We're not just restoring photos. We are restoring memories. This technology acts as a universal translator for visual media. Look at this classic black and white manga page. An entire cottage industry exists for colorizing comics. An AI can do it in seconds, maintaining the integrity of the original line art. It can even keep the text perfectly legible, a common failure point for older models. This democratizes the process, allowing fans and creators to reimagine their favorite works instantly. The barrier between different visual mediums is dissolving. A comic can become a photorealistic still in the blink of an eye. The core concept here is image-to-image translation guided by text. Let's think about the practical applications for the average person. We're not just talking about fixing mistakes. This capability will fundamentally change product photography and marketing. The speed of these operations is also a critical factor. So what does this mean for the future of creative software? This accessibility also has profound educational implications. Let's take a moment to appreciate the technical marvel behind this. These models are a type of neural network called a diffusion model. They are trained by taking a clean image. The same technology can be used to generate images from text alone. But when you combine it with a reference image, you get an incredible level of control. You can anchor the AI's creativity to a specific face, a specific object, a specific style. This is where things start to get really interesting, and the lines of reality begin to blur completely. A hyper-realistic version for a trade magazine, a friendly cartoon version for social media, a retro pixel art version for a nostalgia campaign. This allows for hyper-targeted marketing on a visual level, tailoring the message to the specific aesthetic preferences of any audience. The cost of creating these variants is now virtually zero, progressively adding noise or static until it's unrecognizable, and then learning how to reverse that process. With this technology, they could potentially design a game in one style, and then allow the player to select a different art style in the settings menu. Imagine playing a game like The Witcher but in a cel-shaded Zelda, Breath of the Wild style, or playing Stardew Valley with the gritty realism of Red Dead Redemption. Player choice could soon extend to the very fabric of the game's visual identity. Artists spend their entire lives developing a unique visual voice. Now an AI can mimic that voice in seconds. Then for promotional materials, they could instantly generate versions in the style of a graphic novel, an oil painting, or a Saturday morning cartoon. This allows for a level of transmedia storytelling that was previously prohibitively expensive. The story can now live and breathe in any visual style imaginable. It creates a much richer and more cohesive universe for fans to explore. Can an AI be sued for copyright infringement if its style is too close to a human artist? This is a new legal gray area that our laws are not prepared for. We are going to see some landmark court cases in the coming years, but to transmute now, let's say, transform this into the style of The Simpsons. The AI knows this style intimately. The yellow skin, the overbite, the specific eye shape. It's a perfect rendition. Now, how about South Park? The crude construction paper style is also perfectly replicated. The AI has effectively watched every episode of these shows and can now create new content in their universe. Realistic fight scene. Look how it maintains the original composition and character poses. This isn't a crude approximation. It's a genuine artistic translation. Now, what if we want to target a different demographic? Change this to an anime style. Again, the AI captures the specific conventions of anime, the sharp lines, the dynamic hair, the stylized emotional expressions. This demonstrates a true understanding of genre. It's a great photo, but what if our target audience is younger? Let's try change this to a 3D Disney Pixar style. The AI doesn't just apply a simple filter, it understands the platonic ideal of the Pixar style, the rounded edges, the expressive eyes, the specific color palette. It reimagines every element of the scene in that new visual language, from the characters to the background. Is here to take one visual concept and completely change its fundamental nature. This is where we leave the realm of photo editing and enter the world of genre fluidity. The ability to dictate the artistic style of any image is a profound leap forward. It's about to change everything in media and entertainment. We are no longer bound by the original medium. The text prompt from the user guides this denoising process, steering the reconstruction towards the desired outcome. It's an elegant fusion of image recognition and natural language processing, a true milestone in AI. But this is just the beginning. We've been talking about editing existing photos. What about creating entirely new realities? The power to not just edit. Let's take this intense. The level of detail and consistency is incredible. This has massive implications for branding. A company could take a single marketing image and instantly render it in dozens of different styles. It also poses fascinating questions about art itself. What does it mean to have a style? Let's push this further. Let's take a well-known meme. The characters are instantly recognizable. Think about the entertainment industry. A film studio could create a single photorealistic 3D asset of an actor or a set. Let's consider the world of video games. Game developers spend huge amounts of time and money creating art assets. This style transfer capability is also a powerful educational tool. An art history student could take a Renaissance painting and ask the AI to render it in the style of the Impressionists. This would force them to see how the treatment of light, color, and brushwork changes the entire mood and focus of the piece. We will see aesthetics and genres combined in ways we can't even imagine yet. What does a cyberpunk baroque painting look like? Or a film noir Dr. Seuss illustration? Artists will be able to explore the entire history of art as a giant, searchable database of styles to be mixed and remixed. Now imagine every user has the ability to create professional quality, stylistically unique content. The visual landscape of the internet is about to become infinitely more diverse and competitive. Standing out will require more than just a good photo. It will require a unique artistic vision and the ability to command these new AI tools effectively. The license number is clearly visible. The prompt: change the number from 134,711,322,6969696969. The result is terrifyingly good, and we can give the AI this photo along with a prompt. The man is in a cozy cafe. The AI generates a brand new photorealistic image of that exact person in that exact location doing that exact thing. This is the holy grail of deepfakes, the ability to generate a plausible photograph of anyone, anywhere, doing anything. It seamlessly replaces the numbers while preserving the complex background patterns and microprinting designed to prevent forgery. News organizations will have to cryptographically sign their photos to prove their authenticity, but will the average person on social media know how to check for this? Or will they simply believe the fake image that confirms their existing biases? The battle for truth is moving to a new, more complex technological battlefield. The AI can be used as a virtual try-on tool. Feed it a photo of a person and a photo of a dress. The prompt: the woman is wearing the dress on a beach. The AI perfectly drapes the garment onto the person's body, accounting for lighting, pose, and body shape. This will revolutionize e-commerce, but it can also be used to place people in clothing or situations without their consent. Reputations can be destroyed with a single maliciously crafted image. The prompt: they are eating spaghetti together at the same table in a fancy restaurant. Paparazzi will no longer need to chase celebrities for a scoop. They can simply generate the compromising photo they need. This will lead to a new wave of lawsuits and a renewed debate about the right to privacy and the right to control one's own likeness. Our legal framework is decades behind the technology. The AI combines the likenesses from the source images into a new, coherent scene. It understands how to merge two separate realities. This is a powerful tool for creative expression, but also for generating celebrity deepfakes. The old saying, "A picture is worth 1,000 words," is now dangerously obsolete. In a world of generative AI, a picture is worth nothing as a piece of evidence. It proves nothing. This requires a fundamental rewiring of our brains and our societal institutions. This single capability could unleash chaos in identity verification systems worldwide, and this tool is free. A security camera still, a photo from a crime scene. All of this is now suspect. For generations, photojournalists have risked their lives to bring us the truth in visual form. Now their work can be dismissed as fake. Malicious actors can generate fake images of war zones, protests, or political events to sow confusion and discord. This is the ultimate tool for disinformation campaigns. It will be used to influence elections and incite violence. A defense attorney could plausibly argue that any piece of visual evidence was fabricated by an AI. This creates a new burden of proof, the need to prove that a photograph is real. Digital forensics will become one of the most critical fields of the 21st century. The very definition of artistic originality is up for debate. It's a cultural one, the ability to articulate a vision imprecise. Now we must confront a more challenging and dangerous capability. With a simple prompt, change the text from national geographic to artificial intelligence. The AI performs a perfect forgery. It maintains the original font, the size, the color, the kerning. It's flawless. Now imagine this applied to a legal document, a street sign, or a warning label. The potential for mischief is enormous. The power to alter the very facts within an image, to change what we believe to be true. This is the end of photographic proof as we know it, and it has profound implications for every aspect of our society, from journalism to the justice system. Trust in what we see is about to be fundamentally broken. Natural language is becoming paramount. Prompt engineering, the art of crafting the perfect text command to get the desired output from an AI, is now a legitimate and valuable skill. The artist is becoming a curator of ideas, a conductor of an AI orchestra. Our shared visual language is being expanded at an exponential rate. The memes, the art, the advertisements of tomorrow will be born from this fusion of human creativity and artificial intelligence. We are all co-creators in this new, fluid, and endlessly remixable visual world. The rules have been rewritten and the canvas is blank. It makes the abstract concepts of art theory tangible and interactive. It's like having a conversation with art history itself. What's happening under the hood is a process called style disentanglement. The AI learns to separate the content of an image, the objects, people, and their arrangement from its style, the textures, colors, and brush strokes. Once these two things are separated, the AI can then take the content from one image and apply the style from another. It's like a digital version of the exquisite corpse surrealist art game, but with near infinite control. The speed and accessibility of these tools will lead to an explosion of new hybrid art forms. This also extends to the realm of outpainting or expanding an image beyond its original borders. Take the cover of the Beatles' Abbey Road album, what's just outside the frame. An AI can analyze the style, the lighting, and the content of the image and then generate a plausible extension of that world. This could be used to adapt old, standard definition TV shows to modern widescreen formats, or to create immersive VR experiences from a single photograph. However, this also raises the question of artistic intent. Is it right to alter a classic work of art or a beloved film, even if the technology allows it? Who gets to decide what the correct version is? As these tools become more widespread, we will need to have a serious cultural conversation about preservation versus reinterpretation. When does a helpful tool become an act of cultural vandalism? The debate is just beginning. Let's consider the impact on user-generated content. Social media platforms are already flooded with images and videos. This is not just a technological shift. The skill set for a future-proof artist is changing. It's becoming less about manual dexterity with a brush or a stylus and more about creative direction. We have seen how AI can edit photos and change their style. Let's start with something seemingly innocent: text. Look at this National Geographic magazine cover. The font is iconic and instantly recognizable. Now let's take it up a notch. Here is a fake driver's license. Now for the most alarming step, we can take the photo from that same ID, a simple, neutral headshot. Let's be perfectly clear about what this means. Alibis can be fabricated, evidence can be manufactured. Consider the American justice system, which often relies on photographic or video evidence. The world of journalism is on the front lines of this crisis. We will see the rise of digital watermarking and blockchain verification. For images, let's look at another example. By feeding the AI two separate photos, one of Will Smith and one of Emma Watson, we can command them to interact. The line between satire and slander is about to get very blurry. This isn't just about faces, it's about anything. Let's explore an even more nuanced example of this power. We take a photo of a storefront with a design on the window. We also have our reference photo of Emma Watson. The prompt is complex. A mid-shot photo of the woman. She is wearing a white bikini on a beach. Extract the design on the window and use it as a small tattoo on the woman below her left clavicle. The AI perfectly executes this multi-step contextual command. This demonstrates a level of comprehension that is truly remarkable. It can identify a specific design element, lift it from its source, and apply it as a texture to a completely different object in a new scene, all while maintaining photorealism. This is not just combining images. It's understanding relationships between objects and concepts. It's a form of visual reasoning. This power can be used for good or for ill. The social consequences are immense. We are entering an era of zero trust for digital media. Any image or video you see online must be treated with extreme skepticism. This will have a corrosive effect on social cohesion. When we can't agree on a shared reality, how can we solve problems together? This technology is a solvent for truth. We must develop the critical thinking skills to navigate this new world. Educational systems must adapt immediately. We need to teach digital literacy from a very young age, not just how to use a computer, but how to critically evaluate the information it presents. Students need to learn about generative AI, how to spot the signs of a fake image, and the motivations behind disinformation. This is as fundamental as learning to read and write. Our collective future depends on it. Beyond the societal dangers, this technology is a paradigm shift for creative industries. The ability to maintain character consistency across different scenes is a holy grail for animation and game design. Let's see how this AI handles it. We can feed it two reference photos of a complex anime character. The clothing has intricate designs. The prompt: they are kissing in bed. The AI generates a new scene while preserving the complex character designs flawlessly. For animators, this is revolutionary. Creating consistent character designs from frame to frame is one of the most labor-intensive parts of the job. This tool could act as an in-betweening assistant or even generate entire keyframes based on a storyboard. It could dramatically accelerate production pipelines for animated films and TV shows. This means more creative content can be produced faster and cheaper. A new golden age of animation could be upon us. In the world of 3D modeling and game development, this is a game changer. Take a single image of a character. The prompt: create a model sheet of this character. It will be a full body shot consisting of a front, back, and side view. The AI generates a perfect, consistent turnaround reference for a 3D artist to work from. This single feature could save days or even weeks of work in a typical pre-production pipeline. This also impacts the world of fashion and e-commerce. The virtual try-on capability we saw earlier will redefine online shopping. Instead of seeing a dress on a model, you'll see it on a photorealistic avatar of yourself. You'll be able to see how the fabric drapes, how the color complements your skin tone, all from the comfort of your home. This will drastically reduce the rate of returns, which is a massive cost for online retailers. It also enables a level of hyper-personalization that was previously impossible. A clothing brand could generate images of their entire catalog on a diverse range of virtual models, representing all body types, ethnicities, and ages. This allows for more inclusive marketing and helps customers see themselves reflected in the brand. It's a powerful tool for building brand loyalty and connection. The one-size-fits-all model of advertising is dead. Let's think bigger. The future of entertainment might not be pre-rendered. It might be generated in real time just for you. Non-player characters or NPCs could have truly unique faces generated by the AI instead of chosen from a limited pool of pre-made assets. The world would feel infinitely more populated and real. Your actions in the game could even affect the appearance of characters. With the AI generating subtle changes to their expression or clothing to reflect the story, imagine watching a movie where you can choose the actors. Designers can now iterate on new designs at lightning speed. This is not only cheaper and more logistically simple than a physical show, but it's also more sustainable. It reduces the need for travel, physical samples, and large venues. The fashion industry, which has a significant environmental footprint, could be transformed by this technology. It's a win for creativity and for the planet. The AI can handle the tedious technical aspects of creation, freeing up the human artist to focus on the big picture, the story, the emotion, the message. But how does it actually work on a practical level? Each box or node represents a specific operation. This node loads the main AI model. This one loads your reference image. This one holds your text prompt. You connect these nodes with noodles or wires, creating a visual representation of the data workflow. It's a more logical and flexible way to work with complex AI processes. For many users, the gateway to this technology is a program called Comfy UI. Let ease pull back the curtain and take a brief look at the engine that drives this creative revolution. This is where the abstract concepts of AI meet the practical reality of a user interface. It might look intimidating, but the core idea is simple. It's a partnership between human intuition and machine precision. The best results will come from those who can master this new kind of collaboration. They can take a photo of a simple dress and use text prompts to explore variations, the friction between different artistic styles, the friction between a consumer and a product. AI is a universal lubricant for the creative process. It allows ideas to flow and combine in new and unexpected ways. It's an amplifier for human imagination. Add puffy sleeves, make the skirt longer, change the fabric to silk, add a floral pattern. Illustrators, photo retouchers, 3D modelers, and fashion photographers may see their roles change dramatically. The new jobs will be in creative direction, prompt engineering, and AI ethics. We need to invest in retraining programs to help people adapt to this new reality. The transition will be challenging, but the potential for a more creative and efficient future is immense. This dramatically shortens the design cycle, allowing for more creative risk-taking. Show me this movie, but with a young Marlon Brando in the lead role. YouTubers, streamers, and independent filmmakers will be able to produce content with production values that rival major studios. If that character becomes famous, who profits? What if someone creates a virtual character that looks just like you without your permission? We need new laws and new social norms to govern this new world of synthetic humans. The concept of identity itself is becoming more complex. A single person will be able to create a complex animated series from their bedroom. This decentralization of creative power will lead to an explosion of new voices and stories that would have never been told otherwise. We're on the cusp of a creative renaissance. The AI could render this on the fly. Media will become a fluid, interactive experience tailored to the individual whims of each viewer. This is the ultimate form of personalized content. In gaming, this could lead to truly dynamic and emergent narratives. We can see a convergence of these technologies. You create a consistent character using the model sheet generator. You place that character in a new scene using the deepfake tool. You dress them in a specific outfit using the virtual try-on feature, and you render the final image in any artistic style you can imagine. This is a complete end-to-end creative pipeline, and it's all powered by the same underlying AI technology. This will have a massive impact on the creator economy. The legal implications of digital likeness are enormous. If you create a virtual character, who owns it? Let's talk about the fashion industry again. It's not just about trying on clothes. This technology also allows for the creation of completely virtual fashion shows with synthetic models. The common thread here is the removal of friction, the friction between an idea and its execution. However, we must also consider the potential for job displacement. The key is to see these tools not as a replacement for human creativity, but as a collaborator. So we've seen the incredible power of these tools. Comfy UI is a node-based interface. Instead of traditional menus and buttons, you work with a visual flowchart. The first crucial component is the main model itself, the diffusion model we discussed earlier. In this case, it's a model called Flux Dev Context. Think of this as the main engine. It's a massive file, often over 10 gigabytes, that contains all the learned information from the training process. This is the brain of the operation. The open source nature of this model is key. It means anyone can download and use it for free. The reference image and the text prompt are fed into the main model. The K-sampler node then runs the diffusion process for a set number of steps guided by your prompt. This creates a digital divide between those who can afford high-end GPUs and those who cannot. However, as the technology improves, these models will become more efficient and will be able to run on less powerful hardware. We are also seeing the rise of cloud-based services that let you rent access to powerful GPUs, making the technology more accessible. Finally, the VI decodes the output into your final image on the one hand. It fosters incredible innovation and accessibility. A global community of developers is constantly improving the models, fixing bugs, and creating new features. This is why the technology is advancing so rapidly. It's a collaborative effort on a massive scale. This is the beauty of the open source ethos. By swapping out different models, encoders or samplers, you can fine-tune the process for different results. Next, you have the text encoders. These are separate AI models like Clip, whose job is to translate your text prompt into a mathematical format that the main diffusion model can understand. Its job is to handle the final step of the process, decoding the AI's internal mathematical representation back into a visible image made of pixels. It also helps in the initial encoding of the reference image. RAM is the dedicated memory on your GPU that holds the models and the image data during processing. The video we analyzed mentioned needing around 16 gigabytes of RAM for optimal performance with a minimum of 8 gigabytes. This is a significant hardware requirement for the average user. A good VI ensures that the final image is sharp, clear, and free of artifacts. It's the finishing touch, the polisher. This is a critical step. The quality of your text encoder directly impacts how well the AI understands the nuances of your prompt. It's the universal translator between human language and the AI's internal language of numbers. Then there is the VI or variational autoencoder. This is a smaller, more specialized component. All of these components work together in the flowchart you build in Comfy UI. Now let's talk about hardware. Running these models locally requires a powerful graphics card or GPU with a good amount of RAM or video memory. This hardware barrier is important. While the software is free, the hardware is not. The open source nature of these tools is a double-edged sword.